In the dimly lit room, Sarah and James stood facing each other, their bodies inches apart, but a world of impossibilities separating them. The air crackled with a potent mix of desire and frustration. Fate had dealt them a cruel hand, intertwining their lives in a tantalizing web of longing. Sarah was married to Robert, a man who had once been the love of her life, but had now become a stranger. Their relationship had withered away, leaving Sarah yearning for the passion and connection she once knew. And then she met James, a man who stirred something deep within her, something she had thought long lost. James was equally ensnared in a complicated web. He was engaged to Emily, a woman who was perfect on paper, but who failed to ignite the fires of his soul. In Sarah he found a kindred spirit, a woman who saw through his facade and awakened parts of him that had long been dormant. Their encounters were fleeting, stolen moments of stolen desire. They met in secret, hiding their true feelings from the world that would judge them. Each stolen touch, each stolen kiss was laden with a bittersweet ache, a reminder of what they couldn't have. One evening, Sarah found herself alone in a cozy cabin in the woods. The crackling fireplace cast dancing shadows on the walls, illuminating the tension that hung heavy in the air. She was lost in thoughts of James. When she heard a knock at the door, her heart skipped a beat and she rushed to answer it. There he stood, James, his eyes filled with a mix of yearning and hesitation. He had taken a risk, defying the expectations that bound him to be with her. The allure of what they couldn't have had become too much to bear. Without a word, they crashed into each other's arms, their bodies merging in a frenzy of pent-up desire. Their lips sought each other's with a fervor that belied the years of longing. In that moment, the outside world ceased to exist. They were consumed by the fire that burned between them. They surrendered to their desires, shedding their inhibitions and basking in the forbidden pleasure. Their lovemaking was intense and passionate, an explosion of need that reverberated through the room. Every touch, every whisper, was a silent declaration of their love for each other. But as the night wore on, reality crept back in. They knew that they couldn't escape the chains that bound them, their commitments, their promises, their lives that were intertwined with others. With heavy hearts, they reluctantly pulled away from each other, their bodies still aching for more. They stood there, entwined in a bittersweet embrace, tears streaming down their faces. Their love was undeniable, but the circumstances were unforgiving. They knew they had to let each other go, to find solace in the lives they had chosen. And so, with one final lingering touch, they parted ways, their hearts forever marked by the passion they had shared. In the depths of their souls, they carried the memory of that night, a reminder of the love that had burned so brightly but could never be fully realized. Years passed, and Sarah and James went on with their lives, forever haunted by the ghost of their love. In quiet moments of solitude, they would reflect on the forbidden ecstasy they had experienced, finding solace in the memories that time couldn't erase. Their hearts would forever bear the scars of a love that could never be, a love that would forever reside in the realm of the impossible.